Hello and good morning. Welcome to this week's Fife Property Market Update. This is for week commencing the 9th to the 15th. So, not sure if there was a wee glitch there, but welcome to the Fife Property Market Update. This is another weekly run through of what was happening last week. So this is where we take a look at the statistics on Rightmove. So every property that was newly instructed and also sold subject to concluded missives, and that's all agents that use Rightmove right across Fife. We'll then do a run through of what happened in Fife Properties in particular. So what sold, what we have coming soon, of course, and also what has completed. We'll then take a look through at the shows that taken place, just so you can see what you want to go back and rewatch. But we are going to start with last week's statistics. And as I say, this is for the week commencing 9th to 15th. As always, feel free to put anything in the comments. So if you have any questions, and if you can't watch this live, then obviously we will come back to them. But any questions that are obviously relevant, please put them in and we will come back to you. But let's pull up the statistics. So you should see them on the screen just there. So straight away, just as a run through, you can see 152 properties were newly instructed versus 128 properties sold. So the competition is picking up. There is more properties coming to market, and we are going to see that. Obviously, we're getting the lighter evenings, which is lovely, and we are getting to spring. So this is where people have been waiting for this moment. They've been waiting to put their property on the market, and we can see that with the figures that are coming. Obviously, some of the micro regions have had an increase and have got slightly higher numbers, and we will discuss that as we do a run through. For those that maybe don't watch the show regularly, a micro region is the different areas within Fife. So your Cooper, your East Newt, your St Andrews, they are all micro regions, and it's areas that also we do cover. But this is where we're getting our statistics from, and this is from Rightmove. So Cooper, they had a surge. There was a big increase of properties going to market last week in Cooper, 17. It's not normally double figures. So obviously there was something in the water last week, that there was a good few properties came to market. As I say, people have obviously been waiting for this moment. 9 properties still showing as sold. So nearly double figures, but still a good number of properties sold. And that is just the Cooper area. Then if we head to East Newt, you had 9 properties instructed versus 11 properties sold. So it's good to see if you are a seller within the East Newt that 11 properties did sell versus 9 only coming to market. There was a wee bit of stock sitting in East Newt, probably about 2 months is your average selling time in the East Newt, if not longer. So it is good to see that obviously there was more sold than instructed. Obviously, higher numbers just in terms of the different changes, whether it be the additional dwelling tax, whether it be obviously your second home council tax, obviously the regulations changing with Airbnb, that did increase properties coming to market, and we will continue to see that again because everybody's been waiting for obviously days like today. The exact kind of same kind of falls into place for St Andrews in terms of properties coming to market. Again, your additional dwellings, your council tax, etc. That has all again had an impact on the increase of properties coming to market. So 11 properties showing as instructed last week for St Andrews, which is actually lower because previous weeks, and you will notice this if you're obviously a regular to the shows, is there was a couple of weeks where there was a really high number in St Andrews, kind of around your 17 and 15 properties going to market, which is high for St Andrews. But it is good to see that obviously 8 properties sold, because especially with the increase of stock that we've had over the last couple of weeks, there is a lot of stock sitting in St Andrews just now. Your average selling time can be anything from 5 to 6 months. So if you are a seller within St Andrews or you're looking to become a seller in St Andrews, certainly pick up the phone and speak with us, and we can obviously discuss the kind of KY16 postcode in more detail and give you a bit more of an insight on what it looks like for you as a seller, and we can give you tips and we can give you hints. So certainly please do that. Levermouth, obviously there was 10 properties instructed with 8 properties selling. Levermouth is a really strong market at the minute, kind of outperforming the other micro regions. Again, we're still seeing such a positive impact, and obviously I know it was last year kind of June, July time, but obviously we are still seeing a positive impact from the investment that was put into the area and the commuting links and the opportunities that has opened up for people because they can obviously move to the KY8 postcode. They can obviously take full advantage of the lifestyle, the Fife Coastal Path, the beach, the beautiful walks, all your amenities, but they can still get to the bigger cities for commuting if need be via either obviously Leven or Cameron Bridge. So we are seeing a big increase. Dunfermline, high number for Dunfermline. We have been seeing that over the coming weeks, and that's kind of where it's kind of put the numbers off for your overall, and it is because of the big increase for Dunfermline. Again, because of the commuting links and the opportunities that are there, it is a popular area for people that work in Edinburgh or Glasgow, but obviously they can get more for the money being this side of the bridge in Dunfermline. So it's kind of its own completely separate market within Dunfermline, and always is really high numbers. Also, just bear in mind, this is just the core market. So this is resale homes only. This is not taking into account any of the new build sales. Glenrothes and Kirkcaldy, again, slightly different. The ROIs are slightly higher than our kind of Cooper and East Snook, but you've got Glenrothes with 12 versus 20. Quite a high volume of sales in Glenrothes last week, with 20 properties selling. So if you are a seller or going to be a seller within Glenrothes, then obviously that is great for you to see. And if you do have a property to sell in Glenrothes, pick up the phone. Obviously, we can get an agent out to you and we can discuss your accurate valuation and what your next steps look like so that you can obviously be a seller and have obviously a buyer for your property. Likewise with Kirkcaldy, similar numbers with your 26 versus 23. Now, just a brief run through of your new builds. So there was 2 new builds sold in St Andrews. So actually, if we were to add those in, obviously that takes you to double figures for sales within St Andrews. Then you have 4 in Dunfermline, 2 in Glenrothes, and 6 in Kirkcaldy. So high number in Kirkcaldy because the kind of new builds have gone a bit quiet for a couple of weeks. So to see 6 sold in Kirkcaldy, that is a good number to see. It's high. Obviously there is a good couple of sites between Glenrothes and Kirkcaldy for new builds, so there definitely is plenty of options out there for you if obviously new build is your thing. So that is a run through of what was happening last week. If you want to discuss it in more detail, whether it be you are going to be a seller, whether you are already a seller and you're on the market, or even if you are a buyer and you want to discuss the Fife property market, what your specific area looks like, what you can do to get yourself either market ready, what you can do to make yourself look attractive as a buyer, and what could you be doing different if you are on the market, pick up the phone, comment, do what you need to do to get in touch with us, but we are here to help, of course. But now we're going to do a run through of what we were doing last week as an agency. So we are going to start with properties that we sold. So this is where they have had offer accepted and they are now showing sold subject to concluded missive. So they're just going through the conveyancing stage. So because of that, I can't disclose what they achieved and what offer they've accepted. So you'll need to keep a lookout for when they have concluded and misses are signed, and that's when we can disclose the offer price. But the first one was in Leven. This was Station Court, so it is a kind of sought after area because it is walking distance to the retail park, to the train station, to your leisure facilities, to the bus station, while obviously Station Court is a really quiet area. This is obviously on a dead end, so there's no through traffic. So it is a really, really quiet area. This one was a 2-bedroom terrace property, but they had actually extended into the attic space, had a Velux window, and it was a great opportunity whether you wanted to make it an additional bedroom, an additional living space, a home office, study, plenty of potential, and then potential to add value throughout the rest of the property as well. Plus there was a private kind of garden with decking and shed to the rear as well. So that one was a cracking property. The new owner is looking forward to moving to the area, as I say, to take full advantage of all the amenities I've just listed. Now that one was on for offers over 120,000, and that one is now showing as sold. Another property that we sold, actually again within the KY8 area, was Cowley Street in Methil. So this one, actually, let me bring it up to show you. This one, absolutely beautifully presented, and you can see that from the offset. And then that standard continues throughout the whole property. It's absolutely immaculate. So this is a 2-bedroom terrace cottage. Now, what's great about this is there was one level living. So the window on the right-hand side, that was one of your bedrooms. And then just kind of across the hallway from that was your big shower room. So you did have the accessibility and the one level living element, which was great. What's fantastic about this property is standing obviously on the curb, you see a cottage, but actually you do not realize what you're walking into. You have a sitting room, you have an additional reception space, then upstairs, the whole length of the property is a further bedroom, Velux windows at the rear, so you're getting a fantastic outlook because actually there's nothing behind you. So it's really, really private, cracking views, and you can see up Law Hill. But what's great is at the end of the bedroom, there was this additional space that could have been utilised into an ensuite, to a walk-in wardrobe. So there was potential to further develop in the attic space and kind of make it work for you. Then you had these patio doors that opened up and you had a elevated kind of tiered garden, but it was beautifully landscaped. It had a pergola at the end as well, so perfect for summer evenings, a summer house, a workshop. It was honestly the property that just kept giving. You were getting so much living space, but it was absolutely immaculate. The attention to detail throughout the whole property was incredible. So that is an absolute steal of a property. So the new owner is obviously looking forward to moving in and taking full advantage of it. And that was on for offers over 155,000. So it was a great price point. Again, close to all your local amenities. But the big thing here is the absolute standard of this property, and it was sold within 1 week, which is an amazing result. The sellers are absolutely delighted. You can see that they're sold within 1 week. They were absolutely delighted because they're now able to move on with their next steps, and the buyer is delighted because they're getting an absolutely beautiful home at a really affordable price. So if you have a property like that or similar to that and you want to get the same results, pick up the phone and reach out to us. We did have that one was inundated. We had people that missed out on that one. So let us come and value your property and let's get you a buyer just as quick. Then let's have a look. So we're going to discuss coming soons now, and actually we're staying within the leave-in area for the first one. So a coming soon, for those that maybe aren't aware of our marketing strategy, or maybe you want a bit of clarity on it, a coming soon is a property that we have been out to value. So the agents have been out to value and it's signed up, it is coming to market. But before it goes to your Rightmove, your Zoopla, your S1 Home, we do a pre-portal that goes to our social media channel. So this is a preview of the property. This is your prime opportunity to see the full property in full depth, all of its details, including the location, including the price point. And this goes on the social media channels. So we do a full walkthrough. It's almost your virtual viewing before the property goes live. But this is a prime opportunity if, one, you're in a position to proceed, and two, you can make our seller an offer that they just cannot refuse. So when we say position to proceed, we are cash buyer, money ready to make that offer. And that offer is to be a attractive offer to that seller. It's an offer that makes them want to bite your hand off and obviously stop it going to your Rightmove, your Zoopla, and your S1 Homes. So you need to give your no regrets offer, and that's how you get in there before anybody else. So to be able to see these pre-portals, you need to be following our social media channel. So you need to go to Facebook, and wherever you are looking to purchase a property, that is the page that you follow. So if you're looking to purchase in the East Neuk, follow our East Neuk page. Likewise for Leven, St Andrews, Cooper, etc. If obviously you're open to the whole of Fife, follow all the pages. You're then looking for seeing the agent's face. It'll say pre-portal. That is then the full video walkthrough. Watch the entire thing. At the very end, we tell you the price point. If it ticks all your boxes, pick up the phone and reach out to us. You can call the office. You can get us on 01334 654 221 or messages. Do what you need to do, or you could miss out. But this is your prime opportunity to get in there before anybody else. If you do obviously have a question about that or you're not too sure of that, again, pick up the phone and reach out to us, and we're more than happy to discuss it with you. But this is our coming soons. So the first one is Ewing Place in Leven. Now, we've not long sold one in Ewing Place, but we have another one coming for you. Slightly different footprint, as this is a 4-bedroom detached property. So it's a perfect family home. In Place, obviously, if you know that, it is the new development just across from Diageo. So it's a prime location as well because you are just walking distance round to Cameron Bridge. Obviously, you can get right onto the A92 if you need to go Kirkcaldy, Dunfermline, Edinburgh. Likewise, the opposite direction to Dundee. Walking distance to all your local amenities within Leven. So it is a prime opportunity. It is a desirable estate. And as I say, this one's a 4-bedroom detached. You've got driveway, you've got garage, and it's tucked away nice and private as well. So this is a perfect one. Now, Perry will be doing the pre-portal for this one on Friday, so you don't have to wait long. So make sure you go and follow our Leven page if you aren't already. Also, something you can be doing is call the office, speak with a member of the team, and let's get you registered on the system. We'll take all of your details, get you qualified, make sure we're matching you with the properties that really do suit your needs. And again, that's your opportunity to ask any questions, but make sure you do that because anytime we put a property live, if it does tick your criteria, you'll also get the marketing email as well. So certainly do call the office and let's get you registered and qualified. So that is the first one, In Place in Leven. The second one is slightly different location. So if you're actually looking for a village lifestyle, then this one is going to be perfect because it is Cash Views in Strathmiglo. So it is a desirable village. Obviously, a lot of people want to be in Strathmiglo because you do have amenities within Strathmiglo, but you're getting that village aspect while again still being able to commute to either Perth, to either Cooper, to Glenrothes, Kirkcaldy. Obviously, depending on where you are as well, you do get some cracking views within Cash Views, obviously, of the Lomond Hills as well. And it's a countryside setting. Cash Views as well, it's a desirable street within Strathmiglo. We've sold quite a few properties along this street. So it is going to be a popular one, I'm sure. And this one is a 3-bedroom semi-detached cottage. And Perry will be doing the pre-portal for this one next week. So again, you don't have to wait too long. Go and follow the Cooper page. Call the office and let's get you registered so you are ready for when this one comes up, because we all know Cash Views, Strathmiglo, it's going to be popular and it's going to be absolutely beautiful. Final coming soon. So this is a different area again. Now this is Elizabeth Street in Tayport. So this is a 2-bedroom semi-detached cottage. What's great about this one is you're getting a lot of living space. So again, standing on the curb, you don't realize how much property you're getting. So you're getting a conservatory, you're getting a dining room, you're getting obviously your bedroom space converted up into the attic, high standard throughout. As well, what I absolutely love about this property is it's got a landscape garden, so it is summer ready for you to start enjoying, but it's also within the living room space. It's got a gorgeous feature fireplace as well, so it really is the perfect home. Tayport, again, it's a desirable location. Everybody wants to be there because you're kind of out of the hustle and bustle of Dundee, but you're just across the bridge if you do need to commute into Dundee. But you've got cracking views within Tayport. You've obviously got the golf course. So again, it is a desirable location. Now that one, you don't have long to wait. The pre-portal will be out shortly. We're just finalising all of the marketing, so you don't have long to wait. But it is a really contemporary property and it is a beautiful, plus you're getting the lifestyle as well with this one. So that is our coming soons. If you do have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments and we will come back to you. So completed. So this is properties that are now, they've gone through the conveyancing stage, missives are signed and the new owners are enjoying their property. The first one we have is Horgate Avenue in Leven. This one was a slightly different property. And this was a 2-bedroom first floor flat, sold for 76,000. But this one was actually sold with tenants in situ. So it was a landlord looking to offload their portfolio and we sold it with tenants in situ. So long-standing tenants. And obviously the landlord that's purchased it, he's not got to go and find his tenants. They're already sitting in situ, long-standing. So he's getting that instant return. So it's a hassle-free process. So obviously the landlord, the seller, was delighted to be able to offload it, obviously keep the tenants within their home. And the new landlord is delighted that they've just been able to take it over and it's been a kind of stress-free process and they're getting an instant return. So that was a great success, both seller, buyer and tenant in situ. So if you have a property like that, even if it's not within that area and you're a landlord looking to offload your property or you even consider it, pick up the phone. It is something that we do. You maybe not obviously realize that we do that for you. Likewise, if you are looking to start your portfolio, pick up the phone. We can get you in touch with the lettings director as well, Richard Cook, Obviously, we are here to help. So any questions you have, please do reach out. Our final completed was in Randolph Street, Bookhaven. What's great about this one is it was actually on with 2 agents prior. So we were the 3rd agent. So we had a lot of hard work to do because obviously it had been seen by the market by not by 1 agent, but 2. So kind of damage had already been done. We had to do something different. But obviously that's where our marketing came in, and we were able to do our full video walkthrough, really sell the lifestyle of the property because it was a 4-bedroom detached. It was on an elevated plot, potential to add value. So somebody going in there does have a bit of a project on their hands. They do have work to do, but actually it's the potential of it. And it was that we had to kind of really capitalize on and showcase is what obviously can be achieved, because the views from this property were absolutely stunning, completely uninterrupted, panoramic, right off the Firth of Forth. A lot of property you were getting on a brilliant plot as well, driveway, garage, kind of wraparound gardens. It really was a cracking property, but it wasn't being pushed to its full potential, and that's what was missing. So us coming in as a 3rd agent, we did have a work cut out for us, but we were able to get it sold for 180,000. The new owners are absolutely delighted to be able to obviously take on this fantastic family home, new area as well they're moving into, and the sellers were obviously delighted to finally be able to move on in their journey and have it sold. They did go on to leave a amazing review, obviously through the Esters as well. Obviously, just highlighting the fact that we were the final agent. We were able to obviously get it over the line for them. So they were absolutely delighted. So we were able to complete that journey for everybody involved. So that was our completed. So that's what was happening. If you do have any questions, please feel free to ask. But before we kind of round up the show and let you get on with your week, we will discuss the shows that have taken place. So of course, Monday means you get this update, but you also have the Wealth Creation show. It'll be live at 12:30, like always, and it'll be Richard Cook, the lettings director, and also Jim Parker, one of the UK's most successful property investors. Live at 12:30, as I say. If you can't watch it live, then obviously please, again, do the rerun. And just like this show, you can do comments and they will come back to you. But this week's show is Think Big. Why, when people have enough money, do they need to continue to invest? And that's maybe a question that you do ask, obviously, quite often. But building wealth intentionally rather than mindlessly accumulating as much as possible is a smart choice. But the question really is, how much is enough? Setting aside the fact that purchasing power of cash is inevitably eroded by inflation year in year, we need to build wealth for the unknowns. You can't know everything, but you can plan for it. As I say, you've got Richard Cook and Jim Parker, they are on hand discussing that for you. And then another show was Inheritance to Income. Build a lifelong rental investment from an inherited property. Inheriting a property is a complex experience, blending the kind of feelings of loss when a loved one dies with the practicalities of managing a newly acquired property. While selling might seem like the straightforward and easy solution, there could be a value in creating a rental investment for a steady income stream and preserving a family asset to eventually pass down to the next generation. You have lettings director Richard Cook and letting agent Karen Marshall discussing the implications of inheriting a property, and they provide you hints and tips to creating an income from it. So certainly do go back and watch that show. Likewise, again, if you have questions, they are the perfect people for you, so please do ask them. So I believe that is all the shows. If you do have any questions at all, put them in the comments, message us privately if you prefer. Pick up the phone. We are on hand to discuss anything that you may have, any questions, concerns, queries. But that is it for another week. Hope you have an amazing week. All the best. Take care.